Hello. I hope you are snuggled up in your PJs and slippers. Imagine sitting here while I read you a story. Our bedtime story tonight's chapter is about Benjamin Rush. He was known as the father of American medicine. He was born January 4th of 1746 and died April 19th of 1813. Benjamin Rush. He thought that the American Revolution was just the beginning of the real revolution. The real revolution involved changing how people thought and acted. Rush was what we call a social reformer, a person who wants to make the world a better place. As a member of the First Continental Congress, he had such strong opinions on so many topics that before he knew it, he was voted out of office. His opinions? He thought slavery was evil, and he wouldn't stop talking about it. He was opposed to democracy, where the majority rules, and he would argue with anybody. The problem was, he didn't always make sense. And though he was America's most respected doctor, he practiced bloodletting on his patients excessively, even when the other doctors knew better. And though he hated slavery and argued that black people were just as smart as white people, blah, 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 he also thought that being black was kind of a skin disease that could be cured. We found another douchebag. He claimed all his inspiration came from Christianity. That explains it. He wanted American kids to be taught Christianity in public schools, and he was one of the first Americans to push for free public schools and education for girls. Yes. Get the girls away from mama. I can make them better. I can sell them creams. They will dream about me in their dreams. Okay, he had some famous quotes. Do you want to know what they are? Me too. I have alternately been called an aristocrat and a Democrat. I am neither. I am a Christocrat. I would have laughed. Is that funny? I think this is a dark comedy. I'm getting suspicious. Surely this is not truthful. These guys all sound like slapstick. Okay. And his other quotes are, the American War is over, but this is far from being the case with the American Revolution. And his last famous quote, a simple democracy is one of the greatest of evils. He weighed in at average weight. He is 5 feet 9 inches tall. His political leaning, revolutionary. Jobs held, doctor, duh. University professor of medicine and chemistry. Surgeon General of Continental Army. Treasurer of U.S. Mint. And, of course, a writer. Years served in Continental Army, 1. Education, he was at the College of New Jersey, which is now Princeton, from which he graduated at age 14 and the University of Edinburgh Medical School. Languages mastered, French, Spanish, Italian, Latin, and Ancient Greek. Hobbies, writing essays and letters. 2,000 pages worth even. Wealth, he was upper middle class. His nicknames, he had a couple. Father of the American psychiatry and father of American medicine. That's scary. Political party, none. Main residence, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Other residences, Edinburgh, Scotland, and London, England. Land owned, 44 acres at one point. Human slaves owned, 1, whom he freed after nearly 20 years. It's funny how very few of them didn't have slaves or free slaves. Free, like, we'll just pay them, right? Until they had to. until it was like, okay, if you do that now, after this point on, it's 18 and up. You can't get away with it anymore. You're an adult. Positions on slavery, against it. Religious faith, he was extremely devout Universalist, a Presbyterian, and Episcopalian. His achievements, he co-founded Pennsylvania Abolitionist Society. Thank you, tongue. Pioneered American Sunday School movement. Hooray. Founded America's first free hospital for poor people. Hooray. Co-founded one of America's first girls' school. Pervert. Co-founded Pennsylvania's Prison Reform Society. Trained 3,000 medical students, treated 100 patients a day during 1793 yellow fever epidemic in in Philadelphia. He revolutionized treatment of the mentally ill and proposed the U.S. Department of Peace. His opinion on the Boston Tea Party, he's a huge fan. And that is Benjamin Rush. And he was the founding father of quite a lot of things. Things that go jab in the night. Leave marks on my neck. Vampires taking my blood. We need your blood. Pay us $75. Mother's Day, $65.95 this Mother's Day. And we'll tell you what country you came from. Are you Irish too? We're all a little Irish and some Scottish with a little English sprinkled in. Let's just face it. Anyway, unless you've got the native bone. And that, my friends, concludes this evening's fairy tale before bedtime. Tomorrow night, we've got John Marshall on the menu. I wonder if he's going to be a douche. Leave your thoughts and comments, of course. And good night, my imaginary friends. I will see you later.